Alright, now I'm going to talk very quickly about evaluation. Evaluation is actually the same as inference. All you need to do is give me a total of 4 paragraphs, 2 agree and 2 disagree. Alright, but minimum is 1 agree and 1 disagree. This will get you to level 3, which will get you to the 5 marks that you need. And then any additional paragraph will be 1 more mark. So the key points for this is you must have one source, one paragraph only. Do not, and I repeat again, do not mix paragraphs together. Do not mix many different sources together inside one paragraph. You're asking for trouble and you will not be marked correct if you do that. Second key point is you must ATQ, write the full statement at the first line in order to tell the marker that you are indeed answering the question. If you're writing a disagree paragraph, please give me the alternative point. Alright, please give me the alternative point. Now, very important here, how do you make sure your paragraph is valid? Right, the important thing about this evaluation is every single paragraph, your explanation, alright, is vital. It's absolutely vital. Hence, you have to be as clear and extended as possible. Okay, follow the basic inference principles and expectations and make sure it is clear, make sure it is extended, make sure it is in your own words. Only when these 3 things are being met, then you will get the marks for your paragraph. If not, you will only get a very low score of either 1 or 2 marks. So how do I know that my explanation is extended? Just a repeating of the basic inference criteria. I will ask myself, so what, then what, and what is the implication? Read your own explanation. Is it convincing enough of the stand that you took inside the first line, which is your point? Some examples here for the agree paragraph, alright? So you see, I agree. Follow the question phrasing. If the question says, do the sources agree? Then you say source A agrees that blah 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 blah. But if the question is asking, do you agree? Then you must say, I agree. I agree with the statement. Write the full statement down. Alright. This is about SS, but it applies to history as well. So globalization is beneficial. Repeat the statement down. The full statement has to be repeated. Then you write as A supports it. Then you write the support here. Okay. So bear in mind, when you're talking about beneficial, it means something positive, right? It means your evidence has to link to something positive. So evidence here says there's profits you can sell to overseas markets, right? Here's my relevant evidence, and then my explanation again. Use key phrases that are clear and extend upon the evidence to convince me of your stand. For example, here I say profit for companies. So what if there's profits? This implies that there is business growth, right? Right, companies have gone up, right? Profits have gone up as they sell to overseas market. What does this mean? Well, so what if this happens? It means that they have expanded their outreach. It means that they are more successful. Can you see? I'm using words that actually extend upon what I read in the evidence in order to further explain back to the main point I made, which is the stand that globalization is beneficial. Alright, so explanation must be very clear and must be very extended to help explain your point and stand that you have made. Now, disagree paragraph is a little bit different because you have to give me the alternative point. Okay, start off by answering question one more time. I disagree. Okay, repeat the whole statement. Globalization is beneficial. Then state contradicted. Why you disagree? Because contradicted by source B. Then you must give me the alternative point immediately. Immediately, B tells me globalization is not beneficial. So here's my alternative point to why I disagree with the main point given, because I have an alternative point. Then after that, I'll move on to my evidence. Now, because this is a negative thing, right? Make sure my evidence is related to negative aspects of globalization. In this case, it says companies are losing money. They cannot keep up with bigger businesses. So what does this suggest? So what if they're losing money, right? So what if they cannot keep up? What does this imply? How do I extend this evidence? What does this imply? This implies that increased competition, right? Losing money implies that decrease of the profits, right? So I'm making clear, valid extensions that help to explain back to my stand that globalization is not beneficial. Okay, so do read your explanation and check again. Does it actually help to explain the stand that you made in the first line? In the first place, your stand, if it's disagreement, has to be very, very clear. And finally, end off by repeating the stand again. Hence, I disagree with the statement that globalization is beneficial. All right. So social studies, history applies the same way. Make sure that when you write the stand right, you write the relevant evidence, and of course, you give me a well extended explanation. Okay. The key to getting your paragraph correct is to extend it as far as clear as possible. All right.